Here we go, here we go, here we go. It's a free pawn right there. Oh my gosh, yeah, of course we're going to take the dark square bishop. Why wouldn't we? Queen takes is the only acceptable move here. Let's see here. Castles. F6 here. We're going to open up this position. Bishop takes here. Yeah, the king in the center is definitely not going to be a good idea here. Here we go. Pawn takes. Knight takes. If they take. And the knight on c3 is going to be the target. So queen a5 is coming up next. And I don't know. Oh, okay, here we go. d6. You have to be careful. They should have probably played queen e4 there instead. Let's go pawn takes. Then rook a5. Well, yeah. Oh, interesting. They didn't take. Okay, so takes. Yeah, why not? Takes. I guess knight takes there. d5. Yeah, I'm just up a few extra pawns here for no good reason. And I like free pawns. Okay. Queen e7. Do you want to trade queens? Oh dear Lord, is it really trapped? Wow. That is crazy. Wow, okay. Bishop f6, here we go. I don't think this is the best way for them to play. Ah, but check there and takes, okay. Well, it's probably a draw now. I did have some winning chances here before, but after this, we'll see. Bishop back, bishop b6 will be good. Okay. Have to be careful for that. There we go. Okay. h5, h4 maybe. h4. g5. Okay, king f6. Maybe pawn takes there. And this is good because now you see I have the walkway right here. I think thematically this is probably a draw. Okay. King here. Ah, so they want to go here. Pawn there. And still some chances here. King takes. I don't. They can't take the pawn because bishop takes and the pawn runs. Even king f2 here is actually pretty strong here. Is there a way to stop this idea? I mean, obviously king e2 can stop it, but if they miss this, king e2, and then I don't know if they can stop that, can they? I think that's game over. Game over, sucker. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see any good way to stop this. Bishop takes. Why not? There's no need to go into complications if needed. And they're low on time now, too. And this is just a theoretical king and pawn. I mean, queen versus the king endgame here. Because you can't do anything about this over here, so you just got to win with the king and pawn. Checkmate. Okay. Yep, that's game over. All right. On to the next one over here. Oh, well, awesome. We were actually in first place. Let's see here. Let's go. Let's see if they take the pawn. It's a free pawn. Why wouldn't you take a free pawn? All right, knight takes. Here we go. Knight f3, e6, one of the best ways to play against Smith-Morra Gambit. Let's see here. Bishop back to b3. Looks like the Chicago defense opening. b4, good move. Oof, I did miss that. Rook e1. Excuse me. Knight over to e5. Everything has a price. Let's go queen h5. We want them to play g6 here. Oh, checkmate. Checkmate. Awesome. I got a little too aggressive there with queen h5 threatening checkmate. Unfortunately, they did miss that little threat. Be careful. Queen h5 is a checkmate idea. All right, on to the next one over here. Here we go to enslaved. Uh-oh, that's not too good, is it? Of course, we take free pawns. We take free pawns, guys. a6. This is one of the ways that I like to play against the Smith-Morra. I like the knight c6 setup. Knight e7, knight g6. Definitely one of the ways to refute this opening. That's right, refute. Let's see here. Bishop e3 is already not one of the best ways to play here. Let's see here. Bishop. Oh, watch out. Bishop b6 here is a pretty annoying move, so we'll play that. Yes, yeah, there is too much to learn in chess. Too much to learn in chess. I totally agree. I agree. But that's one of the reasons why I love chess so much, is that there's always something to learn. I will never, I don't know. So I technically have the title of master, but you'll never master chess. I think it's a great quote. I forgot who said it, but it's one of those great quotes. Although people will master chess, they will never become the master of it. Let's see here. Knight a5, knight c4, rook c8. The theory is very, very dense. Let's go into castle here. If they take, we're going to take back with the bishop, of course, not with the pawn, because the rook opposite the queen, they have many threats there. And we're going to do this idea of knight a5, c4. Rook c8 next, because we want to take back with the rook and not with the pawn. Oh, we have pawn to b4 here, winning a piece. Let's see what they're up to here. f5, we're just going to play knight e5, and e5, we're just going to laugh and play b4. Don't forget about the laughing moves, guys. So b4 wins a pawn, but let's play knight c4 here. We're already up a pawn here, so there's no need to be greedy here. At this point, it's all about consolidating the position, so make it as easy to play as possible. Now I might play b4 here to take the e4 pawn. The light square bishop is one of the best attacking pieces in this opening because of the attack over here on h7, which obviously I've pretty much stopped that. So queen d3 protects the pawn here, right? So let's play queen c7 here. And I'm not sure, but knight takes on b5 might be a very strong move here. Might be. If not, we get to play rook c8, and then everything will be okay. Knight takes f4 is also an idea here, too. So b3 attacking the rook. Let's go rook c5. I don't think that's a... Now everything should be okay, or hunky-dory, as they say. Rook c8 still an idea that I want to play. Knight takes f4, attacking the queen, winning a pawn here, too. F5. Now I get a free tempo. Oh, so yeah, this is not such a big deal. We'll just take, and it... Oh, see, we get to take in check here. And that's the big deal. Taking in check here, and knight takes f4. Everything's pretty much guarded now. Queen takes on b5, maybe? Okay, they played that move. Let's see here. So the idea here is to get out of the pin. Oof. Actually, you know what? This is actually not the best for me. Let's go queen g5 here. Yeah, I think that's an okay move. Not what I really want to... Oh, perfect. Now I have bishop c6. Now everything's defended. Back to hunky-dory. Back to okay. Okay, knight back. f5. This bishop is now the best piece on the board. Look at that king. Bishop takes check. Pawn to d5 here, guarding everything. I'd love to play bishop c5, but not just yet. Okay, let's just play h4 here. Queen takes. I assume that's why they played it. Yep, they want to just trade off. Here I'm trying to make the position very easy to understand, especially because I'm low on time. Knight e5 looks like a very good move. Attacking the knight. Knight f3 check. g6. Ooh, I should play knight f3 check. Ooh, knight g4 check, and knight takes queen. Oof, and that's game over. Game over. Goodbye. And good night. All right, we still got a good 40 minutes left with a good score of 15 up on the board over here. And plenty of games left. I will take the pawn if I am the black pieces, and I will gambit the pawn if I'm the white pieces. All right, who's the next player? Let's see here. Let's see. Have I played this person yet? No, I guess I haven't played him yet. All right, who's next? Who's next? Bishop e2. This person enslaved should be ashamed. Who plays bishop e2 in this opening? You got to play the bishop to c4. One of the main ideas in this one is the ideal setup for white, right? If they take that pawn, the knight goes to c3. Oh, I got the black side. So let me show you how it's done with the black setup. We take the pawn, right? a6 to stop knight b5 ideas. e6 to stop knight d5 ideas. And then go knight c6. The idea is to go knight e7, knight g6. And the reason why is if you go knight f6, they play e5. You don't want this to happen. And e5 actually becomes a target pawn right here. And a lot of the Smith-Morra players are very used to this. Ooh, pawn takes here. And look, now we have the open h-file. They typically do not take here. Let's go queen here. e5 is a threat. And we'll even think about maybe castling queenside here too. I will say castling queenside maybe is not the best here. Let's do it anyways. Let's go b5, bishop b7. Knight e4 is a very strong move here. Castles into it anyways, because I'm a bad player. We take, because why not? And queen takes should not even be a thought here. They should always take back with the pawn. Queen a5, and now the idea is f6 and g5. We'll see what they do with the pawn structure over here. Okay. Let's go king b8 real quick. Ooh, a good move here, b4. We want to try and keep this as closed as possible over here. And we'll go queen h5, g5, g4 idea. Maybe we can keep this closed for a little bit longer with a5. Yep, you can see here they're ready to trade. Queen h4. Knight back to f3 because they're going to run out of ideas. Okay, queen h5. And what's the idea here? Queen d5. That's the idea. Queen takes on d6 and knight to d4. Bishop e3 because they want to trade again. Knight d4 threatening checkmate on g2. So you can take the knight here. Yep, they play there. Let's play knight f5. Bishop takes on d5 and also threatening the b3 pawn over here. And e3 over here. a5, everything's guarded. Rook c8. Ugh. They did a good job. Knight takes and then knight back over here. No. They've killed my attack. Although I'm pretty confident I can still win this, the biggest problem I have in these kind of games is just the time. Because, well, when you berserk, you get half the time, right? Okay, let's go f6. Obviously, we won't take because rook b1 will get played. Knight g3. Okay, king b7. Not sure what they're up to here. Bishop b5. And then bishop c4. We want to stop the pawns from going. Now I will take the pawn. Okay, d5. Maybe knight e3 to trade off more pieces. Sure, why not? e5, d4. Progress is getting made. Oh, no. I dropped the bishop. I dropped the bishop. No. Okay, I got some passed pawns over here. Oh, and they just dropped the rook. Dear Lord, they dropped the rook. I've got lucky, and this pawn's dead now. Sorry. And this endgame is actually pretty easy to win, too. That's okay. One blunder deserves another. I think that's what they say, right? Awesome. All right, 20 points to go. 20 points up. Looks like Lackey67 is in second place here with also perfect score, so I assume they know the opening pretty well here. And still 35 minutes to go. Ooh, that's a pretty cool game. Yeah, queen just takes over there. All right, next one up. Let's do it. Let's see here. Uh-oh, next game. Oh, and a 2200. Let's see if they take the free pawn. Of course they take it. It's a free pawn. Oh, and this game, this is instructional. Bishop g7, e5 is actually the move here. They actually messed up the move order. Typically go knight c6 to stop e5 from even being played. And you can see that one of the ideas of this e5 move being strong is that the knight can't go to the good square. Let's go h4 here, maybe h5. One of the ideas here. Okay. Let's go bishop d3 so we can take over here if needed. And we'll castle. The dark squares are so weak here that, well, how could you not be happy here? And we're going to go rook e1. Now e5 is just ours. Knight e4 threatening knight f6 check here, which is pretty killer. Bishop g5. Again, the dark squares are ours. And are we playing knight f6 check here? Yes, we are. Knight check. Bishop takes. And then pawn takes back over here. I'm pretty sure this should just be a winning position now. Ooh, interesting move. Let's go bishop e4 here. We want them to play d5. Yes, so this is good for us. We want this position to stay close. So pawn takes. If it opens up, there can be bad things happening, right? Okay. Let's go rook c1 for the pin. And we're going to go queen f4 next. Because they're probably going to move the queen now. Yep. Queen f4. And if they take, we take back with the pawn because of checkmating ideas. Okay. Let's go g4 here. We're going all in, guys. We're going all in. Queen takes. h5 is the new idea. H5's good. What are they going to play? Knight b4 here? Knight b4. What do we play? Rook takes. And then bishop takes on g6 here, right? Oh, there's no threat here. So h5, let's go for it, guys. Let's go. Obviously, pawn takes, and the idea is they can't take because of checkmate. So pawn takes. If they take on f3, we take in check here, and that's check and then mate. Uh-oh. They should let me finish. Yeah. Check and then mate here. Uh-oh. 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 All right. 25 points. Lackey 67 is still in second place, and we have Abner Pham in third place. Look at that. 1473. Not a bad rating for third place. And free pawns will be taken each time here, guys. There is no quarter. Here we go. Knight g6, remember this? And bishop, oh yeah. The bishop belongs on c4. Typically I would have taken, but I want to play bishop e6, and let's just take now. Let's see what happens. It's typically a good idea to take, oh, so I would have, oh, perfect. I was going to say, I typically would play d6 and trade this pawn off. Now there's no central presence here, so... Oh my gosh, I can trade. Perfect. I feel very confident in my end game that I can win up an extra pawn. Bishop back. We'll go b5, bishop b7 here. Actually, let's go rook d8 here and then b5 here. b5, bishop b7, and now, yeah, here we go. The golden position, as they say. Knight to d4 is coming. So now I've won the other bishop, so it's bishop pair now. Maybe even a5, a4 here. Yeah, we'll go a5, a4 here next. The idea being is that we like to take, but, you know, pawn takes back, right? So a4 is the new threat because now they can't move the, yeah, well, now they can't move the pawn. They didn't let me finish, or else they lose the piece. Let's see here. They're just giving up material now. Knight takes check. Now they drop the rook. Oof. Oof. Let's go knight f4. Knight d3 check is the new idea. And check. Oof. Dear Lord, this is a bad day. This is a bad day for them. Yep, sorry about that. Sorry. All right, 30 points up. Still a good 30 minutes left. Half the time left over here. Let's see here. I am running through. I guess, well, I must say I've been playing the Smith-Morra for quite a few years now, so I definitely love this game. I mean, I definitely know what you should be playing as the black side, and I definitely know what you should be playing with the white side, and that's one of the benefits of knowing the openings, right? I will say, even though I know, because technically speaking, I believe Smith-Morra is lost, right? If two of the best players played, or two computers, or two gods, whatever, white would lose each time, or at least get best case scenario is a draw. With that being said, you know, there's still very strong players here. I will lose to the Smith-Morra in. All right, here we go. Castles. This is the d6 variation. Rook d1. The idea is to play e5 here, and the pawn could not take back. And so when they do this, there's two moves here. Let's go ahead and play knight b5. The idea is to take on d6 yet again. And I don't see a good way to stop this idea. Yep, so knight takes. So now you win back your pawn, and you just have a better position. E5 gets played. If knight takes, queen takes. Bishop to f4. Again, the idea is just to defend. Bishop taking. And yes, technically this was flawed. Oh, I think I have rook takes c6 here. No, I do not. Okay, knight takes c6. Oh, well, now that was just wrong. They're supposed to take the other way. Yeah, now I'm just up an extra piece. All right, bishop b3. And bishop back to g3. They might play f6 here. Okay. Let's go bishop to g3. And then h4. Again, I'm always so paranoid when it comes to these back rank checkmates. Yeah, this should be a good game for me. Rook d7. We'll take the a7 pawn. Why not? Okay. Rook takes. And then rook over here, c7. Let's go queen e3. Everything just looks guarded here. And one of the big ideas is to try to get on the diagonal. But unfortunately, the rook and queen do a good job stopping it. Okay, there. And the bishop's guarding the back rank, which is pretty important. Let's go queen f4. One of the main ideas being queen takes over here on f7 checkmate. And we'll go queen g5 here with... Uh-oh. Thank you for the poop, Morgan. I appreciate poop in my game. Let's see here. Let's go queen e5. Bishop takes over here. Uh-oh, they did not do it. Why don't they want free pieces? Oof. Time. Okay, here we go. Queen f4, queen g4 again. I've got to try to get either checkmating ideas. Okay, there we go. That's the idea. Okay, there. And then rook check here is the win. Because they're probably going to play rook f6, which is a blunder. Oh, they didn't play it. Rook c7. And queen takes on e8 here. Bishop e5. Checkmate. Woohoo! Rook c7. Nope. Bishop d6. Got it. Bishop takes over here. Yes. So now we got to win on position. Queen takes, queen check here, queen to d6 check. Queen check and then take the bishop. 11 seconds left. Here we go. 11 seconds versus the minute. Check, and now I win a piece. Takes. Here. Check. Mate threat. Queen there. Queen check. Okay, check. h5. Let's make this weak. Dear Lord. Check. Takes. g7 is coming next. Uh-oh. This is way too focusing. Way too much focus. Queen takes. Bishop here, and then check, and then mate. Woohoo! Oh, gosh. That was good. What? You can delete your comments? What's going on? People are deleting comments over here? I could have sworn I saw some poop around here. Dear Lord. All right, 35 points up. Awesome. Very happy about that. Let's see here. All right, next game up for a Smith-Morra tournament. Way too excited for this opening. I just love this opening. It's just so much fun to play. You know, for the price of one pawn, you can have so much attacking potential. Invest. That's all I'm saying, people. Invest. And I'll take the free pawn. I believe in my defensive resources. Oh, I've seen this before. I swear, this is a really interesting idea. I don't actually know what the best way to play against this f4 idea is. Okay, let's go d5. Hopefully, oh, they did there. Okay, let's do there. Queen takes. I don't know. All right, here we go. Check here. We're going to castle. You have to be careful here. There is still plenty of second chances, and unfortunately, I only memorized the other lines. I did not memorize these ones. Dear Lord. All right, let's go b6. I'm scared. I'm in danger. Okay, rook to d8. Knight b4. This is good. More trades, the better. Actually, I'm winning now. Bishop takes, knight d3. And, ooh, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 different great moves right there. Knight f2 winning the queen is obviously best, but there's also some forks over here too. Rook e2 is the move they should be playing. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Let's see what they play. Uh-oh, they miss it. Check! I get way too excited for chess. Way too excited. All right, next game. Next one. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, 23 minutes left. And we are at a very demanding score with 40 points over here. Next behind us is that Lackey at 67. They have a perfect score right here, but unfortunately they are not berserking. Everybody knows if you're going to try to win an arena tournament, you got to give away half your time. Oof. All right, now I'm putting pressure on myself. Let's see here. All right, let's berserk. Come on, here we go. Oh, another person wants a free pawn. A free pawn. Let's see. Oh, so here we have the threat of e5 if knight f6. This is a very common blunder here. Let's see if they play it. Let's go e5 here anyways. And this is not part of the theory. So queen takes here, check. And let's see, what do they play? Okay, so knight takes e5. This is part of the theory. Oh, interesting. Ooh, let's go bishop takes. Knight d5 here. Knight here is the threat. I guess we just go knight back to c3. I don't know this line. It's always fun when you find something you don't know. I still do have a good lead in development here, so hopefully I can try and turn that into a win. f6 I actually like the most. Knight f6 not so much. Okay, they played the little move of here. It's a move. Okay, let's go knight back to c4. Knight e3. How do I develop my pieces here? Let's go rook b1, bishop e3 idea. Oh, f4 is actually the move we want to play. Let's see if they play... What are they playing next here? Okay. Knight e3. Bishop c5 is interesting. Knight e4. I want to play f4 here and try to dismantle the center. The king's in the center here, so you want to try to play against that as much as possible. Rook takes. Rook e4 check if given the opportunity. Uh-oh. Good move. Good move here. Do we have a move here to stop it? The threat is knight e2 check. No! All right, knight takes. We got to sacrifice. What else can we do? And we just got to hope that we do good when it comes to development issues now. All right, here we go. Knight e2 attacking. Hopefully we can play bishop d2 in the future. Let's go a3. A3 not the best. I was hoping they would take, but if... Oh, okay. Let's play b3 here. See what they're up to. Bishop takes here. Oh, no, I missed it. Bishop c5. Oh, good. They played there. Thank gosh. Knight c4. Bishop c5 check is still a good move here. We'll try to win the a3 pawn now. The best I can hope for in this game is going to be time. Okay, do I take with the bishop or the knight here? If they don't play a2, let's just play bishop takes and keep it simple. There's a lot of tactics here with the bishop and the knight, so it's best if we just trade this guy off. Okay, perfect. Knight check doesn't do anything. Check there, king there. Okay. Knight c4. Oh, blunderful move. They're looking for trade, so we don't want to do that. Okay. Let's go h3 here. Oh, blunder again. The knight hangs. No! No! Not my only loss. Well, hopefully it's my only loss tonight, as far as Smith-Morra goes. All right, rook here. Rook takes. And they'll probably force off the... Oh, no! Dear Lord. All right. Good job. Marcos, man. Good job. Good game. I shall haunt your dreams forever. Dang it. All right. Good game. Good game. All right. On to the next one. Meow, meow, meow. All right. What? Not taking the pawn? That is atrocious. Who doesn't like free pawns here? All right. Bishop c4. Pawn takes over here. Ooh. Bishop back. Knight f3. Let's see here. H3. I don't like this bishop g4 stuff. Here we transpose into the isolated pawn, which is awesome. I love isolated pawn positions too. They also give you really good attacking chances. And that's one of the fun things when you play Smith-Morra. A lot of the variations where you decline the free pawn, well, then you just get really good attacking chances, if not just a, slightly better position here. Because you should always take free pawns. All right, rook over to c1. Look at this piece. Which one is my worst piece? Uh-huh. I thought you might say that. There is no bad piece. Bishop b over here. And here I'm actually kind of curious. If they do take, do I take back with the pawn or do I take back with the knight? Okay, let's take there. Knight to e5. And let's go. What do we play here, actually? I guess rook c2, maybe just double the rooks. Knight d7. I think I just won the exchange over here, right? Let's see here. Knight to d7. You have to be careful here. There's some scary stuff. Let's exchange over here real quick, and then I'm gonna take the rook. There was some like knight f4 ideas. I didn't like them so much. So rook c7. Oh, b3. Let's not drop any pawn. There we go. No pawn left behind. That's my slogan. If I was gonna be chess president. Okay, rook c7. If they play g4 here, we go queen f4. Rook c7, double the rooks, queen e3. This is an open and shut case right here. All my pieces are active. Theirs are a little bit inactive. So I don't see why this should not just be winning here. Oh, be careful. f3. Look at that. Checkmate in one threat. Ganamate, ganamate. This is just a game. A game I'm trying to win really too hard. Rook over here. Oh my gosh, dropped a rook. Dear Lord. All right, here we go. Game on. Let's go pawn takes. Queen e3. Probably shouldn't do that. At this point, you want to try and keep things as complicated as possible. So you want to keep as many pieces on the board as possible. Rook e2. King here. King here. Well, hopefully their endgame skills are not very good. Rook to d2. Okay, rook over. Rook over. I'll take a draw here. Draw. King here. Let's see here. Okay, rook over. Check, just king goes back. King goes back over here. All right, check here. Rook over to c7. Rook check here. Try to get him low on time over here. King f2. Rook over. Takes. All right, they're getting lower on time, guys. That's all we can hope for. If I can't flag, I can't win this position. Go over. Pawn takes. King back. King here. Okay, check. Check. Rook over. Rook over. Okay, king here. Cutting the king off is a good idea. Dear Lord. Concentration is crazy right now. Check. Okay, rook back. Check. Rook here, rook there. Ah, no! Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Ah! Okay, I should get a draw here. I don't know. Maybe he's really good at yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I just had to stop one pawn from not being captured. Dear Lord. Oh, all right, 14 minutes left. We're still at a very demanding score, but Laki is catching up. He's playing a perfect tournament over here. Has not lost a single game. Dear Lord. Oh, man, that was such a good one. Had to drop a rook over there. All right, next game, next game. Here we go, here we go. Who we got next? Let's see here. It's okay. Here we go. Andron, and free pawn. Free pawns over here. A6, E6. Remember, we'll stick to our opening. Knight C6. Again, bishop B3 is not one of the best moves to play here. Bishop should either go to F4 or to G5. Those are the best squares when you play it in the Smith-Morra. A3 is interesting. You know, it's a move to play, I guess. Typically, in the E6 lines, you got to remember to play knight to D5 at some point. If you don't play knight to D5, then you're just going to be worse. It's a little trick. I feel bad that I haven't been able to play any hardcore theory here. All right, castles. Here I would play bishop takes on C6. Sometimes I take with the D pawn, but not here, not here. Maybe F5 I'll play here. Maybe knight E5. You can see C4 is kind of a weak square as we control it already. And knight E5, C4 would be something I would like to play. That's a move. Let's just go ahead and play D6 real quick here. D6, rook C8. Typically trades are good, but I don't want to lose this D6 square. Queen D7, queen B7. Oh, never mind. Just queen takes pawn. And that's what we're playing here. Sorry, Andron. All right, bishop back to B7. D5 here. The pawns go marching one by one. Hurrah. Hurrah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll take there. We are not... Oh, my gosh, yes. Trade, 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 trade. Why not? Why would I not want to trade here? What makes you think I don't like trading? Let's see. E5. Now my center pawns versus this one blocked pass pawn over here. I'll probably play bishop C6 here. I don't want to push the E4 pawn as knight to D4 would just come in. And so what I'm saying here is the pass pawn is now blocked. We'll play rook to D8 and then play D4. This is the proper way to do it. Okay, rook to D8. D4 is coming up next. Knight F4 is actually not a bad square for our piece either. Maybe even F6 here. We're just going to show them that we're solid and, well, we've got... Oh, well, okay. Well, I'll take free pieces. That was very bizarre. I'm not sure if they think I'm just, like, pre-moving everything, but I do some thoughts behind my moves. Knight back to G6, and we're going to go D4 here, and we're going to push this pass pawn. Bishop F5, we will play knight to E7. And then F5, E4, and, you know, pushing pawns. D4, they were trying to put pressure over here. Not today. Let's see here. Knight E7 helps me prepare F5. The queen still defends on C7 right here. And here it comes. F5, E4. Maybe queen B3 check. Nope. Ooh, look at that. E4. And here comes the pawn. Queen B3 is actually losing here to bishop D5. Nope. This is also losing here because now I have what's called a double attack. And I have queen takes on C5 over here. Game over. Game over. Let's see. What's up next? Yeah, let's take it. Let's take it. Knight C6. Everything's guarded. D4. Oh, I missed that pawn. Not everything was guarded. Sorry. I missed it. All right. Queen F7. Do you want to trade? Want to trade? Want to trade? Queen G6 and checkmate on G2. Okay, perfect. I think that's the... Well, we're up on time and on position, so I don't see why I wouldn't want to do this. Yep, here we go. Pass pawn gets pushed now. Bishop C4. We might even go rook C4, rook takes. There's nothing they can do to stop this kind of plan, so why not? Rook here. D3, rook check. Yeah, that's it. GG. Good game. Good game. All right. Dang, Lackey is just amazing. Look at this. A perfect score over here. 2-2, 4-4, 4-4-4. And I haven't got to play them yet. I want to play them. Oh, they're playing Enslaved right now. It looks like... Oh, are they just winning over here? It looks like they're just doing really good over here. Actually, Black is looking pretty good here. Uh-oh. All right, 2100. Here we go. Let's berserk. Free pawn. You don't like free pawns? Awesome. Knight takes. Here we go. D6. Again, not one of the best ways to play. E5 here. A nice move. Pawn takes. Queen takes check. And now they lost the right to castle. Pawn takes. And here we go. Queen takes for a double threat with knight to B5. Knight takes on C7 check. And also knight takes on D6. And, yeah, they can't really stop both there, can they? Let's go ahead and play bishop c4. I'll probably play a6, knight c3. And let's go castles. Obviously, king in the center is bad for them. Knight g5 will be a good move later on. We'll go rook to d1 here. And then threaten bishop on f4 to win the d6 pawn. And I think they just lost the d6 pawn. I don't think there's a way to defend that guy. Yeah, I think d6 is just lost. Ooh, there we go. They defended it. Knight d5, threatening knight b6 check, winning the rook. Let's see here. So check. And then let's go rook here. Oh, gosh, what am I thinking? I forgot to move the knight. Dang it. All right, bishop back. Maybe they'll take the pawn and let me win a pawn here. Oof. Okay. Ugh. Blunderful move. Blunderful. Bishop takes is winning here too now. Oh, man. Let's go b4. Oh, gosh. I'm just blundering now. No! Check. Thankfully, they're playing these moves, which not really the best here. Hopefully, they play bishop b2 here. The king is a little vulnerable here. I won't say it's like deadly vulnerable, but it's definitely a little bit vulnerable. I'll play rook b1 next, bishop g2 here. Their time's a little low here, which is good for me at least. Okay. A b6. This is actually pretty annoying. Rook d5 and rook over here is checkmate. Dear Lord. And is there a way to stop this? Rook d5. Rook takes his checkmate. Yes, they have to play rook c8 here. Only move. Rook takes on c8. Okay, so check. And then let's go rook here. Bishop g2 doesn't work. Doesn't work here. The good thing about this move is it's kind of killing that one. Let's go h3. I'd love to get the doubled rook over here, but I don't see how I do that. Rook a7, rook d5, huh? Rook c4. Maybe bishop g2 here? And the idea is that if they take, then I double the rook. Although technically it doesn't work. But at least it makes some kind of threat here. King takes. Hopefully they go rook c8 here to give me a tempo. Actually, rook c8 here loses for them. Okay. They're thinking here. They're thinking. They're thinking Lincoln. All right, 6 minutes left to go over here. Let's play bishop takes. Rook over here. Rook takes c5 check. I got some play here. Rook check. Pass pawns must be pushed. Here we go. Rook takes. Rook f7, because they're going to try and trade, because that's how they play. Okay. Dear Lord. Rook a7. Doubling of the rooks. a4. That didn't do anything. Rook takes. New pass pawn's just been made at least. Check. Rook here. Doesn't do anything. Rook there. Rook here. Rook there. Rook everywhere. Check. Flag. Hopefully. Splendidly. Okay, rook here is good. And check in there and check in there. And whoop, bloop, bloop, bloop. And oh my god. I'm a flagger. Sorry, guys. I am sorry. Clyde. I'm about to finish this tournament, but afterwards, yes, if you want to play one game, Clyde, I will play one game. I think I got like 2 more games left in this tournament, though. And, okay, here we go. Well, I got 4 minutes left, so we'll see. This might be my last game. Free pawn. Let's take pawn e6, a6. This is their opening setup. Bishop c4. Someone knows what they're up to over here. Bishop g5 is the move to play. They missed it. Now black is just better. Theoretically. I still make blunderful moves. b5. Bishop b7. Knight a5 over here. Rook c8. g3 is always a very interesting move I see a lot of players play. I don't think it's like a good move, but people play it. Knight a5. This is my standard plan right here to get the knight to c4. Typically, if this happens, then I'm just usually just winning. And already at this point, yeah, look at this. I've got a good position. If they play e5, d5 here, and black should just be better. Let's see here. What are they up to now? Yeah, h4 is a very annoying move. Rook e8. We'll go knight e4. h6. Oh, interesting. d5. This is okay. Keep the position as closed as possible. White has more pieces out, so of course we keep it closed, right? h6 if I can play it. Awesome. Yeah, we'll go h6 here. With the knight on f8, he can't be checkmated. That's the saying, at least. Rook c8. Queen b6 is coming, and then we'll double the rooks. Yeah, queen b6, bishop c5 is the new threat here. And with the pin, it should be a win. Double the rooks, bishop c5. Yeah, I guess this looks a little scary, but... Oh, bishop g5 is already losing. Look at that. Yeah. They should be at least losing a piece here. Because after bishop takes, now d4 is just lost. Okay. Bishop takes. I don't see any tactics around here. Okay. That's actually kind of scary here. Let's just play bishop g5 and hope for the best. King here. King takes, as long as there's no check. And there's the check. Oh my god, I dropped my queen! I dropped my queen! Okay, here we go, guys. Rook takes check. The bishop's still alive here. Oh my god. Let's go rook check here. The hope is that they go king e1 so I can take on e5 check. Rook takes e5 check. Ooh, look, if they go here or here. Is there any good discoveries here? Just drop your queen. That's the point. Bishop c8. Bishop e6. Because this guy was being attacked, right? So what are we doing here? Bishop e6 is the new plan. Perfect. Everything's guarded. And rook check here is now is next. So check. I think they just lost the knight. Dear Lord. It's like a soap opera over here. King c2. Rook check. Okay, what are we playing? Rook takes. And is there a threat here? Bishop e3. Is this check? Is this an idea? Okay, okay, check here. Rook takes. Oh god. d4 check. Ah, rook takes check. On b4. Bishop d2 check. And then rook takes here. Dear Lord, what is happening here? Knight d7 check is an idea. Okay, king here. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Bishop a5 check wins the queen. So check. Okay. b4. Is there a check here? Bishop g5. Oh my god, what's happening? Okay, pawn there. Rook b1 and then a queen. Oh god, watch out for the discovery checks. Oh god, we're just doing pre-moves now. Rook takes, rook over. Check. Check. We're just pre-moving here for any kind of things. We're gonna cheapo this. Oh my god. Woo! All right, guys, if you haven't already, go and give us that like and subscribe. If you want to learn how to flag like a master, then check out our channel. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Oh, Clyde, did you want to play a game before I jumped off? You have to let me know in less than 10 seconds. If not, I need to get some food and hang out with my girlfriend, because if not, she's going to probably yell at me. Oh, I think I hear some footsteps already. All right, here we go. Clyde, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. All right, guys. You have a good night.